Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome. Yeah, I started recording and then I got interrupted, so now we're just gonna pick up right where we were. Basically, I have these three photos from when I went to Greece. I have this one, which is what I'm currently drawing, and this one, and this one, and I'm just drawing them. This is what I have so far. And then I have some watercolors. I'm going to watercolor them. And then I also have these inks that I'm going to use. Excuse me. Focus. And it's just black ink. Black ink, and then I have iridescent green and iridescent yellow. Boom. Beautiful. And these are the pencils I'm using. I feel the need to show the art supplies I'm using because that's what everyone else does. And I don't know how to say that. Malachite green. I think that's, if I could, like, right now have any job I wanted, like, just for funsies and not to, like, actually make money, I would want my job to be, like, a color namer. Because, like, malachite green, like, I'm sure that's, like, a rock and they, like, grind up the rock to make that color. But, like, I want the job at Crayola where you literally just are like, this is sparkly, no, that's a bad example, where you just like come up with random words and suddenly it's a color. That's the job that I want. That would be like the best job ever. Which is why I want it. You just make up funny words and everyone's like, okay, that's a color now. Like, I wonder if at like art, like crayon and like pencil and paint companies, they're like, there's like a board that comes up with the color names, and they're like, you know, that color sounds a little too silly. We want something more sophisticated. Like, I don't know. I just think naming colors is like the most ridiculous thing ever, which I think is why I kind of want that job. Is just because it'd be so entertaining just to name colors, like sit at your desk and come up with weird words. It'd probably get kind of redundant pretty quick though, so maybe I don't want that job. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know if it's a good idea or not that I'm using these pencils because they're water soluble. So it might be a bad idea to use these for sketching and then do watercolor on the top. But that's okay. I'm going to do the next one because I don't really know what else to add before I put the color in. The sketchbook is about halfway done now, which is exciting. I mean, it was like a really small sketchbook, but I'm still excited. I have 14 pages left, which excites me greatly. I'm going to put the next picture down here. The inks that I have that I'm going to be, I might use them, I'm not sure if I am going to use them, but when I first got them, my black one I got at an art store in Colorado. It's like a super awesome art store, but I got it at Colorado, and then the yellow and green one, I think I just got it at like my Michael's that's by me, I'm not sure, but when I first got it, it was very like sudden. I didn't like, normally when I go to art stores, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. But with that, it's just like, ooh, these look fun, let's buy it, which I don't normally do. So I don't normally just buy stuff for the fun of it. Like, well, I do buy stuff because buying stuff's kind of fun, but I don't just like randomly buy stuff that like I didn't have the intention of buying. So when I first got these, I'm like, yeah, these are cool. And then, like, 2 months later, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? Because they're very specific art supplies, like iridescent colors that I don't, like, at that time, I didn't, like, have a need for these colors of green and yellow. So it was just a very whim buy. So yeah, and then today I did some stuff. I did a spread in my sketchbook using those, like not just those, but I used them. I'm like, these are actually kind of fun. And I decided that I wanted to do a video. I originally was going to do this video on Wednesday, but I didn't like how that video turned out, so I decided not to do it. Decided not to post that one, which is why we're doing this one. So yeah, usually I'm going to try and post on Wednesdays, but that didn't work out last time, so yeah. Currently, there aren't that many people who are going to care, but yeah, now you know. Let's see, I want the street to kind of... This picture is taken from a weird perspective, so I'm not really sure how to draw it. Which is partly why I chose these, is just because they're such a fun perspective like this. It's just so fun. There's so many shapes and like, it's just different, and I like it. Because in America, everything is like new and is very like modern. Like everything is like, it's not like, it's just so different in other places. Like extremely different. And I think that's why I like traveling a lot, is just because it's so different from what you're used to, and I find it fun to see the different things that I'm not used to. Okay, I like that. It's simple. Well, kind of. I'm gonna get confused when I go to paint these. The street sign, I want to do like right here, because that's not like a main thing. But like, this is such a cool picture. I love it. I'm excited to do that one. Let's see, I think I might want to zoom my video in. Oh, there we go. Okay. Nice. I want to erase this a little bit. Does this pencil erase? Yeah, it kind of does. Okay. Nice. Okay, there we go. I think I'm going to keep doing this stuff in blue, so we're going to do it in blue. I'm not going to write the letters in yet, because I'm going to mess those up. It looks like the sign has like kind of like a roof over the actual sign parts, like right here that looks like there's like a roof. I wish that if I were a sign, I'd want to be fancy enough of a sign that someone had to put a roof over. Like, that's awesome. I've messed up already. I gotta do the arrows first. Oh, what the... I hate when I get stuff like this on my eraser and then it smudges everywhere. My eraser is black and smudging. It's not nice. I need to not have it erase weird junk that shouldn't be erased. This is not looking... Yeah. It's not supposed to be super awesome. Actually, I am very excited about painting these. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's just a little different from what I'm used to drawing, but I'm excited to paint these in. Also, today, my father and I'm trying to be grammatically correct here. My father and I went and got sushi, pickup, kind of. Like, we went and ordered it and then waited outside till they brought it to us. But we went and got sushi and went to the park and ate our sushi, and that was awesome. I haven't had sushi in ages. I really like sushi, but I haven't eaten it in forever. This post is very... There we go. I fixed it. Don't worry. I fixed it. It's looking a little bit off, but that's okay. I can live with that. Okay, I want to pick some colors to paint with now. Let's see. I think somewhere... I don't know where I put it. I have a piece of paper where I like put all the colors that I have down, but I don't know where it is. So I think I'm not going to use it. Oh, no, I see it. Okay, I got it. This is my paper with all of my colors. So if you're curious, there they are. Okay. Also, I have this container that I put all my paints in because I like having them all together, and they previously weren't. So it's really nice to have them together. This is a box that you put photos in. But I said, hey, all of my paints fit in here, because I can never find a container that fits all of my paints and isn't super huge. So they don't like fit snugly, like if I shake it, they'll all get out of order, but it's good enough. Let's see. I want to look at like the photos and choose accordingly. Let's see. I think I'm gonna, yeah, that's good actually. I'm trying to keep the stuff I'm doing more like in the center. Okay. I want like a red for like the roof, because that kind of translates between photos. I want to use the same colors for each photo. I don't want to use a terracotta red though, because I've used terracotta red a lot. This will actually be a good color for walls. And then stone gray I'm going to use for darkening the colors. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know if I'll use that. And then I want this red, because it's a little bit different of a red. I need a green. I need like a toned down green. This is quickly becoming my go-to green, is this olive green, which actually works really well for this. And then I want a brown. So I'm going to choose this one, because I usually pick the other one. Logic is 100%. And then I also want to do like background, like the sky. So I think I'm going to do this green. Okay, my colors have been chosen. Ooh. Have to move this carefully now that colors are missing. Okay. I have my eyedropper with water in it. Makes it so much easier to do this. I want to get a spray bottle, but since I have this, it's easy just to do this. So I don't know that I need one now, because I don't get all of my colors wet at once. I mean, it'd be nice to get my palette wet, but it's not that difficult, so I might as well buy something else with that money. I also freshly cleaned my palette, because it had tons of paint on it. Obviously, that's what would be on the palette. My desk is being rather squeaky today. That's okay. We don't mind. My paints, I'm going to do, not my paints, my inks I'm going to do last. I'm also going to do the actual words on the sign in my India ink. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if it'll fit in there, but we will try. I'm waiting a little bit for my colors to activate. I think I'm going to do this top picture first, just because it's at the top. So I'm just going to pick the colors that I'm going to need first, which is basically this. And I like to, even when I'm going to use the exact color that's in the pan, I like to put it on the palette first. That's not what I wanted to do. Because first off, it's fun to use colors off of the palette. And because I forgot what I was going to say. Because then I can mix it if I want to make a slightly different color, which I now do already. I want to make another color. Also, the pencil I sketched with is water soluble, so it's all going to be slightly bluer than I want it to be. But that's okay.
Downstairs.
What is my dog?
Go.
The dogs have snuck upstairs. I'm not sure which dog, because right now we have two.
Go.
Is it Beastie?
Yeah.
It's Beastie. My grandparents are currently staying at my house because we're going to be moving, and their dog is a little beastie. I call him Beastie. His actual name is Sal, but I call him Beastie, and I believe that is his true name. He is so funny, though. Yeah, I love him. He's just a little beast sometimes. Okay. Let's scoot this over. I'm actually kind of excited about this gray. I don't use like grays that often, so it's a little different. I'm gonna make sure this is still centered nicely. Okay, it is. Great. Ooh, that was a little more paint than I wanted. It is highly saturated. I want to make a more gray version of this sand color. There we go. And it makes me nervous going over water-soluble paint with the color that I don't want to become purple or blue or whatever. I'll pick up some of that color. I haven't ordered my brushes yet. At this point, I know what brush that I want to order, like what paintbrush I want to order, but I still haven't ordered it yet, which, yeah, this is not super great. Yeah, the main reason I want to buy these paintbrushes is because they're not overpriced that much. Actually, it's a pretty good deal. It's like it's a pack of 5 for $20, which is pretty good. And an artist that I really like said that they're decent quality and they're not super expensive, which I agree with. So I'm gonna buy them. Yeah, okay, so far I actually really like this. It's turning out really fun, just like the shapes. I don't usually do things with this many shapes. I like drawing like interior design pictures, but usually they don't end up looking this like fun and different. I don't know how well this will, like how nice this will look on camera, because it's a little bit busy, but I like it so far. I'm gonna bust out this red. I don't know if it'll be in frame, the red, but most of my palette's in frame, but I gotta bust out this red. Now I like this red. It's like Foxberry, I think it's named, but it's different, and I like it. I'm gonna make it a little bit more brown. These are fun colors. Ooh, that's a little bit more vibrant than I wanted. I gotta tone this down. There's too much. Too much. I didn't want that much color. I wanted this to be a little bit more toned down, but apparently it doesn't want to. Also, I accidentally touched some of the colors in my palette, so now they are like combining, which that's fine. The extra, like the leftover colors that I have, I use just for like more like sketchy things, or I have a coloring book that I'm like filling with just like the extra paint I have. So if you are an artist and you don't know what to do with the extra paint on your palette, don't waste it. Just use it to fill up a kid's coloring book, which I actually enjoy doing more. I like painting in them more than I like drawing with like pencils and stuff. I think it's more intriguing. The paintbrush is refusing to become fully clean. Hey, dude. The struggle is real. I think I'm not going to use this blue yet. I might need it for the next picture I'm going to do. I don't need a ton of green, just because there isn't a ton of greenery. Oh, that was close. I almost wiped my thumb on my pants. Okay. I don't know how well this will look yet, because it's not fully dry, so it's not going to look as vibrant. I am going to be using, I want to use my iridescent green ink to continue this tree. And then I don't think I'm going to be using the yellow at all. I might do it a little bit, like make kind of a sun, like sparkly sky on this bottom picture. We'll see. There's some little plants in the like alleyway. But once again, I don't know how well that'll show up. So we're just going to go like that and leave that one for now, let it dry. The thing I really like about watercolors is like, it's just fun to layer it. I didn't do this at first, but I like doing, like painting more than one thing like at once. because then it, like, I can constantly be painting. But when I've done the first layer on here, then this will be dry, so I can do the second layer on there, which I think is really nice. Just makes it easier for me. Ooh, I like this red that I made. It's very interesting. Ooh, that's a little bit more muddy because the blue mixed with it, but that's okay. Something a little darker for the back portion of the roof. And then once again, the buildings are kind of like sandy colored, which is what I got this for. Oh, that's very blue. I shouldn't have done this with water-soluble pencils. That was not my brightest idea. I will tell you that much. Okay, that's not too bad actually. It just makes it a little bit more unique. I want to get the background in here. The actual background is a lot darker, but I don't want to bust out any more colors, and this gray isn't actually doing a great job at like darkening the stuff I have down. So we're just going to kind of go like this. Let's see. I don't know exactly where to go with this picture. It's a little less, I think this picture, the way I have it drawn, it has a little less visual interest. This is kind of like a wall, but it's not really looking like a wall. I think I might want to keep more of the original sketch in this picture. Just because I think it'd look better like that. Okay, I'm going to go back to the top one. And I don't think that this color is like dark enough to really differentiate. There we go. I got a little bit more pigmented of a bit. I think the iridescent green will really shine in this illustration, picture-y sketch thing. Okay, I like that one. This one looks good. It doesn't look, it's different from the picture, definitely. Like, everything in this is very, like, white and, like, old looking. This looks more, like, earthy. There's not a lot of white. Got a little piece of grass in my paint. How did that get there, I wonder? I want to make this like a red cobbled street kind of thing, because it doesn't have that much red in this picture. This one's not turning out quite how I was wanting it to. That's not that bad, actually. It's not horrible, it's just not what I was picturing, which I think is what is kind of throwing me off. This blue, though, is... Oh, I love this blue. It kind of matches the pencil I was using, actually. I just want, like, a light blue. I don't want a very dark blue sky. That would not be the look I want. See, this picture, I think I need I need more brown. I think that would help. I think, I don't know. I think it's partially just because the background kind of failed, that this isn't, like, looking quite how I wanted it to. Because the mountains are, like, low enough that you can't tell that they're mountains, but they're not high enough. Like, yeah, they're kind of a sad in between. So I'm gonna change it up a little because I really want that to be like more of a background thing. So I'm going to add more brown and more gray, which I'm kind of just going to speckle in here. Like that. Okay, that's a little better. This one still isn't quite what I was wanting it to be, but I can live with that. Let's get the sign out here. I want it to be brown and this like tan color. Boom, there we go. I want this to just be like a basic, like not too complicated, just a little thing on the side. Let's see. Oh, this video is getting a little long. Oh, I feel like this is the kind of content that you kind of just turn on the side and listen to in the background, but I'm almost done. For those of you waiting for the end. Just add a little iridescent. I know, I'm pretty sure when you use bottles of ink, you're technically supposed to just get some out of the like little jar thing, but I always get too much and then it gets wasted. So I'm just gonna do this. Also, I have less mess to clean up, which makes me want to use it more. So yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's see, I want to add some yellow, and then I want to add the letters to the sign, and then I think we'll be good. See, I feel like for me, when I got these and I was like, what am I supposed to do with these? Now it's kind of like I think I was very confused as to what to do with them because I thought it had to be the main thing in the picture, which of course it could be. But I feel like now I'm like I can make it part of the picture and it'll look good, like, because it's not the main thing. Because when I was first using these, I was doing these inks as the main thing, which really did not look that great. So I think that also helps. Now these signs, I don't know what they say, but I'm just going to freehand this, and if it doesn't turn out great, then that's too bad. Here's what it says on the sign. Okay. Let's see, there are 6 things. Oops. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's okay. Okay. C. I know it's not actually C. It's like Kappa. But this is not going to be legible. I'm okay with that. Voice cracks. Okay, B, A. I think I've accepted that this isn't going to look like the picture, so I'm just kind of artistic. This is my artistic interpretation, okay? Let's see. A-N-T-O-Y-I-T-E. It goes off the sign, but that's okay. This is a magic sign. Also, because it's illegible to both those who speak English and those who speak Greek, yeah, I don't have to, I don't know what my point was. Yeah, it's illegible. Yay. Okay. My paintbrush is looking clean. My palette is looking freshly muddied. And I am officially 9 minutes over what I wanted how long I wanted this video to actually be. It's not really focusing. Hello? It's not quite as muddy as this looks like, but there you go. This picture looks better on camera. This just looks worse on camera, and this just looks like the same. Anyway, there's that. This video was not meant to be 30 minutes long, but it is. So, thanks for watching. If you're here at the end, then I don't know why. Bye.